Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today in this video where we're going to be reacting to a different comedian this time around in the name of Al Murray. He is a British comedian, strange human being, walks around with a pint of beer. Remember seeing some of his stuff years ago when he had a TV program, but he just kind of fell off the planet, or maybe I stopped watching his content. So I haven't seen this one. Let's check it out. All right, let's go.
We have defeated every single fucking country in the world at war. Name a country, Gary. Germany, 1945. Thank you very much. Very recent, job done twice in 1 century. If only they'd tried again around 99, we got the fucking hat trick. Another country, please. Argentina, 82, no help from no one else. And that, of course, was a war not for oil, but for penguins. Because we all know penguins are an essential ingredient in making Guinness, aren't they? You boil them up, the white stuff floats to the top, job done. Another country, please. Another one, France, thank you. We're in 1815, Waterloo, we haven't heard from them since. Yeah, another one, please. Canada, yeah, Canada used to be part of the British Empire, which means they're an ally of ours. As you know, being an ally of ours counts as losing to us. Why else are the Canadians so miserable? Another one, please. Hey? Spain, 1588, Battle of the Armada. Thank you, sir. We haven't heard from them since. Another one. Uganda. That was an African colony, of course, that at one point used to belong to the Germans. And in 1919, the League of Nations, as you know, when the Treaty of Versailles, when the world was redivided, the African colonies were partitioned, separated between France and Great Britain, and we got Uganda as a result simply of it being defeat the Germans. We got given Uganda, which sounds like fucking winning there without even having to go there. Result. Another one, please. Another one. Another one. Need to go to more pub quizzes, love. Another one, please. Hey, United States. All right, okay. You're thinking War of Independence, America finds itself free of Great Britain. Yeah, they see that as a win. We see that as a lucky fucking escape. But let's not forget, in the War of 1812 to 1814, the Royal Navy sailed up the Potomac River, set fire to the White House, and the Americans had to whitewash it to cover up the fire damage, which is why it's called the White House. The Americans sued for peace at the end of 1814, even though they won a battle at the end of the war. The war's already over. The stupid fuckers were still fighting, even though they'd already lost. And that is America, and they've been working for us ever since. Another one, please. Belgium. Belgium, of course, is a creation of the series of treaties that came out at the end of the Napoleonic Wars, the fallout of Waterloo 1815. It was the Duchy of Burgundy, of course, and the Netherlands states were divvied up into 2 buffer zones in order to prevent any one single power taking control of the Netherlands, which is, of course, our dangerous flank between Germany and France, and we don't like European hegemony of one power, and that's why Belgium and Holland were cut up into 2 and a buffer zone created. And I think if you create a country out of thin fucking air, you've won. Another one, please. Another one. Italy. Yeah, 1943. Folded early, didn't they? Another one, please. Hey? China. Opium War, 1860. Another one, please.
Opium War.
Burkina Faso used to be a German colony. I referred to my previous answer. Another one, please. Hey? Norway, they used to be the Vikings, love. We saw them off in the end, didn't we? And look at that, that's a come down. Once they were Vikings, now look at them, Norwegians. That's a fucking collapse, isn't it? From horny helmets to horny helmets. Another one, please. Japan, we've got the Yanks to do it for us. Another one. Peru, what language do they speak in Peru, sir? Portuguese. No, they don't, actually. They speak Spanish. Yeah, which means in 1512, when Pope Julius XII divided the New World into 2 sections down the line of longitude 129, the stuff to the east of that went to Portugal, which is why they speak Portuguese in Brazil. The stuff to the west of that went to Spain, which means Peru was technically part of Spain when we defeated Spain in 1588, Battle of the Armada. So we done Peru without even having a visit. Job done. Can't argue with it.
By association. Okay, so you claim a country by association. All right. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I've been told off in the comment to one of my videos about using the Lord's name in vain. I don't know if the person really did listen to me or I need to go watch that video again and actually check my language, because I usually use oh gosh rather than oh, the other way around. So maybe I need to check that out. So that's why I use oh gosh. But it's interesting, isn't it, in terms of how the British Empire, it's is used like that in comedy, isn't it? But I find it quite interesting in the sense that he says that Peru was claimed by association. I thought that was actually interesting. And the way he also spoke about, was it Uganda as well, who was also claimed because the Germans had won and the UK defeated Germany. So by defeating Germany, you claim that country. It's okay. The idea of war and the identity of Great Britain is kind of soiled in a lot of his history of colonization. The reason I'm saying this is because when people talk about Great Britain or talk about the West, we often have to kind of like do a quick detour back into history. And I don't think that comedy kind of helped, isn't it, by flexing about who you've defeated and who you haven't defeated. But it's important that we're able to laugh about it now, whilst it may not have been funny at the time when it was going on. That's what history is about, isn't it? History is about being able to look back and reflect on the things we've done well and the things we could have improved on. There was no part, or rather, there is no point in trying to dwell too much on what's gone before us. By dwelling too much, I mean sticking to only the negative aspects of it. If we're blaming people for what has happened before us, we need to be coming up with outcomes and results that could improve lives. So, okay, yes, slavery wasn't great. As a Black person, I can sit here and say that. I never experienced it. I don't know anybody within my family that experienced it. But at the same time, we, as a group of people, can look back into that time and see how human race, not a set of people, a human race can be evil to one another when given an opportunity to be. But we can also be good to one another. That's the important part to kind of take away from this. We can be good to one another. It's about creating that platform to do that. This is not about racism. It's not about colonialization. It's about people. As people, we can be able to have a laugh together. We can be able to look back in the past and actually go, oh, those were nasty times, isn't it? I'm glad we've come out of that. And we can be able to go, okay, let's do better. But come on, let's keep enjoying the comedy. If you like what we're all about, please like, subscribe, and join our community, which seems to be growing. And I really do appreciate every single one of you guys out there for the effort that you're putting into it, and really do contributing in the comment section below. I would like your comment on this one as well. I thought it was funny. I struggled with some of it, And the reason I struggled with some of it was because maybe I'm not entirely clued up on the history. So I couldn't quite tell if he was making some of the dates up or they actually happened. So I suppose that is a limitation on my part, and I need to do a bit of my research. And maybe some guys know more about this history than I do, and you'll be able to kind of like put your comment in the section below whilst I go out and actually do my own research. Until next time, you guys make sure you look after yourself and you guys stay safe. Thanks again. It's been Kings. Peace.